Hello, hello, hello to all of my Tauruses. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your weekly reading. This is for July 28th through August 4th. Okay, to all of my Tauruses, we're going to try to get right into your reading. This is also for my cusp Tauruses, right? So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But we also have some cuspers. So what I mean by being born on the cusp, if your birthday is from if you were born April 20th through April 24th, you are a Taurus with Aries tendencies. If you were born May 16th through May 20th, you are a Taurus with Gemini tendencies. So if you are a Taurus with Aries tendencies, you may want to check out the Aries video also, as well as this one. And if you are a Taurus with Gemini tendencies, you also want to check out the Gemini video, okay? That's for my cuspers. But again, this is for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we know about our Tauruses before we get right into your reading? What do we know about our Tauruses? Tauruses are very logical people, okay? We're talking about high vibrating Tauruses are very logical people. You are very generous and trustworthy. You are very determined. You're understanding. You're kind, organized, very patient, stable, responsible, devoted, practical, patient, and reliable. Okay, again, we're talking about high vibrating, and I know that means all of you. So let's get into your reading, Taurus. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my Tauruses as it relates to money and wealth, as it relates to power and intellect, as it relates to spirituality and where they need to take action, also as it relates to emotions and creativity. Let's get into your reading, Taurus. Yes, yes, yes. I had some calls from some Tauruses too. Again, you all are some awesome people. So if anybody is trying in your life that's telling you otherwise, it's because they don't know how awesome you are. So you're going to have to show them. Some people you have to show better than you can tell them. And that just means being consistently at a high vibration. Okay, Taurus? Okay, so let's get into your reading. Okay, you know what? All right, this is good. Okay. I want you to reassure you, Taurus, that everything is going to be fine. I think I just pulled this card also for the Aries. So, yeah, everything is going to be fine, Taurus. I guess I just need to reiterate that. That's right from the beginning. Everything is going to be fine. Matter of fact, let's see. Let me put some things in perspective here. So, as a result of some things that you've gone through. So let me say this. So I know Tauruses are in this transformation time, this transformation, because Uranus is in Taurus right now, and it's going to be there for a while. So I know there's a transition, and there are people who don't understand, quite frankly, what's happening with you, this internal thing, this beautiful awakening that you have. That's why when I greet people, I greet people as great awakening, because a lot of people are experiencing a great awakening right now, and that's what's happening with you, Taurus. So as a result of that, there have been people in your life who it felt like, they really, really betrayed you by walking away. They didn't betray you. They just didn't understand, right? And so it caused you a lot of anxiety. It caused you a lot of stress. This is the Nine of Swords. This is about anxiety, worry, stress, okay? And so what I need you to do is have self-confidence, Taurus, that them walking away from you should not diminish your courage at all. Continue being courageous. Continue moving forward. As a matter of fact, it's actually made you stronger. Here we have the Queen of Swords, right? And so the Queen of Swords is that person, let me put this down for a second, is that person who has been through a lot, who does not look like what they've been through. You've come through this more intellectual, more clever, more meticulous, right? And so you are very, very... When I see swords, I see you're guarded, but not in a way where people will think that you're guarded. You're just very meticulous, very careful about who you allow in your space, right? Because you're going through this transformation. And so I see also you anticipating, this Three of Wands right here. Spiritually speaking, you're anticipating some things happening, right? But you will very soon be celebrating. Very, very soon be celebrating your breakthrough. Okay, and so you'll have people that's close to you that's that wants to celebrate with you, and so I want you to keep that in mind as well, because it could feel like I said, this right. Let me pull this back up. Very, very stressful, a lot of anxiety, almost borderline depression, because people have decided to cut themselves out of your life. Now, but again, I want you to know that everything is fine, right? So, but it felt like because these people or person was very, very close to you, so you're just kind of sort of anticipating like what's going to happen next. So spiritually, that's where your head is at right now. What's going to happen? What happens next? Just know you're moving in the right direction. You are progressing. So the Three of Wands represents progression. It represents anticipation. It represents persistence. This is you knowing that despite the fact that people walked away from you, or you've had to cut some people out, because that's what the sword is about, your power and intellect, that you come out the Queen of Swords. That's how you come out. So if I have to remind you week to week to week, because this is what the cards are telling me, are showing me, that you're anticipating, some things happening in your life. But I want to show you that very, very soon you will be celebrating. This is the Three of Cups. And it'll be just like, it'll be very emotional. The universe just has a creative, way of making things happen creatively, right? So when I see the cups are not only water energy, this is the water element, but it's also the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it could be somebody in that element, or that has it in their chart. Doesn't necessarily mean it's in their sun sign. It could be their moon, rising, Venus, right? And so you'll be celebrating very soon. Okay, you'll be celebrating the fact that, okay, well, you know what? It hurt that these people had to walk away or remove themselves from my life, but that's okay. That is quite all right. You're in celebratory mode, right? It's not going to affect any part of your life at all. It's really, really not going to affect any part of your life. And that's what I need you to see. It's absolutely not going to affect your money. So that's what I need you to understand. Yeah. So many transformations happening with so many people right now. Like I said, with these planets being in retrograde and so many things happening with so many people, I just need you to know that everything is fine with you. Everything is fine. Let's see. Okay. We have some more major arcana. We have the Magician card, and we also have the Tower card, right? So the Tower card is about something happening abruptly. Very, very quick. Something being torn down quickly so that something else can be reborn. You can actually think of it this way. So when you see like the demolition team come and tear down buildings, this doesn't want to stay right here, so we're going to put it right here for just a second. When you see like the demolition team come and they tear down building, this is what the tower looks like, right? So something was torn down so something can be reborn. So relationships end. It feels like a death. Okay, it could be a family relationship, it could be a romantic relationship, it could be something within yourself that you were attached to, but nevertheless something had to come crashing down, and you see the thunder and lightning and fire and all of this other stuff, meaning that it happened so abruptly, it almost just kind of threw you off kilter, right? And this caused you to just feel like, wow, okay, I never thought that would happen. However, it gave way to something else to be reborn. That's the beautiful thing about tower moments, right? When you see the tower, a lot of times people are like, oh my God, something horrible is going to happen. But the other side of some death is transition to a new life, right? That's in every realm. When something dies, it's giving way to something to be reborn. So the Tower card it represents destruction. It represents abrupt change. It represents a revelation. So that's how the revelation comes. It's like, you know what? All of this happened for a reason. Now it's crystal clear, right? And so it's going to, when I say abruptly, we have the Eight of Wands. This is about quick movement, progression, like really, really quick. So it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. Like, why all of this stuff happened? It's like, okay, now I get it. Now it makes perfect sense, right? And so when I see the Five of Cups, this is about perspective. So you can choose to see the glass half full or you can see it half empty. So for many of you, this is you doubting that these changes are happening because you're still trying to figure out. Remember I said about the characteristics of Tauruses is that you all are very logical. So it has to make sense to you, right? You have to trust the universe, Taurus, that things are working out in your favor. You know, you've manifested things that are happening for you as it relates to your money and your wealth. That's not gonna change anything. You know, even if the person is very, very close to you, because when you see something like, you know, the swords, the 9 and 10 of swords, this right here lets me know that it was somebody really close to you. But then when I see the Magician card, it also lets me know that you have the tools inside of you. You have this infinite wisdom and knowledge inside of you, like the air sign, like the earth sign. So this is the Gemini Virgo card, the Magician card. And so Gemini being the air sign, power and intellect, Virgo being the earth sign, money and wealth. You have all those things. And I'm talking about you've manifested an enormous amount of prosperity, money and wealth, right? The big coin. All right. So that's what I need you to understand. Again, everything is about perspective. Also, we have the 7 of Cups here. This is about temptation. So you may be tempted to look back at your, like not necessarily your former life, but looking back over some things to try to make it make sense. You don't need to do that, Taurus. You really, really don't. You have to trust that you made the right decision in allowing the person or people to actually walk away or you cutting them off. This is about your journey. This is not about their journey. Everybody is on their own journey. You have to focus on you, okay, Taurus? So yeah, you may be tempted to look back, but don't be tempted to go back, okay? You're on the right path. I need you to stay focused. Please stay focused, Taurus. Please, please, please. You know, when I say the Tower moment, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks like, oh, now it makes sense. Because remember, I always say Taurus is the sign of make it make sense, right? It's going to happen for you where it actually makes sense. And then all of a sudden, just like this crystal here, it's going to be crystal clear to you. Clarity, crystal clear to you. And you'll be like, okay, like maybe like hitting yourself on the side of the head very softly saying, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. By the way, this is a pyrite. This is for money, luck, attaining luck, right? And look, this is also the pyrite. So in case you all want to get pyrite, you can also, you know, check out your local store. This is what pyrite looks like. It could look like this or it could look like this, right? Both of them are shiny. Let me see if I can get in real close. But both of these are pyrite, right? Attached to money, wealth, power, luck, you know, those kind of things. But yeah, so you have the clarity of this crystal here. You're crystal clear. You know, and so that's your Tower moment, is that boom, something is coming to you like, okay, now it makes sense. And so then it's going to make sense that you have all these tools in your tool belt that you didn't even realize you had. Very, very, very powerful. Also, the Magician card is number 1. Go and check out my video, numerology video on the number 1, the number 11, the number 111 and the number 1111 and see how powerful the number 1 is, okay? All right, let's keep going with your reading. Let's get into the oracle cards. By the way, in case I didn't tell you, because a lot of people ask me what kind of tarot cards I use various. I have so many different decks, but today I'm actually using the Modern Witch cards. And so shout out to Lisa Sturl for these cards. They're awesome cards. Very, very diverse cards. I love them. All right, so let's get into your oracle reading. Let's see what the oracle card has for you. But yeah, I just want to reassure you that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. You'll soon be celebrating. But again, everything is about perspective. Everything is about perspective. You can look at it one way. You can look at it as like the person stabbed me in the back. They left me for dead. You know, you can sit there and have a pity party and say, I can't believe, you know, this person walked away from me. Or you can say, you know what, this is about my spiritual growth. You know, if they love and respect me, you know, they'll wish me well. They may not understand. They'll wish me well. And then we'll just both keep it moving in our respective directions. And that's okay, too. Maybe we'll come back together during our journey. But right now, this is all about me. Let's see what we have here. Expect a powerful change. New moon eclipse. I'm telling you, it's coming down like a tower for you. It's like, when I say coming down, I'm talking about any borders or barriers you had in your mind thinking, I don't understand why all of this stuff is happening. It's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, and it's going to be like a aha moment, like ta-da, that kind of thing, right? And then it's going to be like, okay, now all of this makes perfect sense. Now it makes sense. What makes sense to you, see, just like this rose quartz right here, this love crystal, is that you started to love yourself deeper, harder, stronger, right? You started to vibrate at a higher frequency. So by default, people are going to fall off when you start to vibrate at a higher frequency. There's some things you're not going to want to talk about anymore that you would engage people in in conversation. You're not going to want to do some of the things but that's part of your growth. That's part of your transformation, right? And so that's the amethyst. Part of the transformation that's attached to your crown chakra, right? And we know that the crown chakra is that meeting point between the physical body and the universe and the soul. So this is an amethyst, right? But also this is an amethyst, a smooth stone amethyst, right? So wonderful things are happening for you, but this is as a result of you loving yourself like deeper, harder. This is also a carnelian. This is about healing and empowerment. This is also about prosperity and good luck. And so it'll keep you safe from harm. And also, and it'll keep you not only safe from harm, but it'll keep you from misfortune. This is the carnelian, right? So again, so many wonderful things are happening for you, Taurus. I want you to embrace this beautiful change that's happening with you right now. Let's put this to the side for just a second. Let's put these to the side for just a second and see if we can get another. But yeah, expect powerful changes to happen. Expect them. That's the key word. You have to expect them. You have to be in expectancy mode, right? Then we also have love. Remember I said, you know, people who genuinely love you and care about you, like everything, like this number 8, everything is coming like full circle. You have like this infinity sign, not only infinite wisdom and knowledge, but infinite money and wealth, right? And so anything else that is not vibrating at that love frequency where you're on right now, you need to allow it to fade to black, because you trying to hold on to something and somebody who doesn't want to be there because they don't understand your transformation, Taurus, is only hurting you and is hurting them. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a family member. I don't care if it's your child. I don't care if it's a parent. I don't care. When I say child, obviously I don't mean infant or baby. I'm talking about grown adult children. If they don't understand your journey, it's okay. With love, you can just say, this is the path that I'm on. If you really love me, whether you support me up close and personal or from afar, I just need you to pray for me and just wish me well while I'm on this journey, because I promise you I'm coming out stronger, wiser, you know, just a better Taurus. And so that's what they need to understand. But yeah, let it just fade to black. Let it fade to black. The number 8 in itself is extremely, I guess I cannot even reiterate how powerful the number 8 is, right? It represents eternal life. This is, like I said, you have all the tools in your toolbox. This is an infinity sign over this woman's head, but also this is the number 1. And I want you to go back and look at my video for the number 1. But this is, when you look at the number 8, you see like, it looks like 2 windows, a window above and a window below when you look at the number 8, right? Very, very, very powerful. This is like messages from the spirit, you know, bringing them to the earth. Again, look at the video for number 1. So many wonderful things are happening for you, but it's like, it's going to just like hit you like, oh my God, now it makes sense. Okay. Remember I said, and I cannot reiterate this enough, my Tauruses are the sign of make it make sense. It's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, and it's going to make perfect sense to you. You're talking about clarity. It's like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. And so 8 also represents the energy exchange of money. So again, there's nothing in your life is going to be affected by people walking away. It's just not. You're on this beautiful journey. And so instead of saying, make it make sense, you're going to be saying, now it makes perfect sense. Okay, Taurus? Again, this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your weekly reading from July 28th through August the 4th for my Tauruses. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you all are interested in a personal reading, I'll put all the information below. My number is 202-460-3205. You can text me, email me, call me. You know, I've started to build some wonderful relationships with many of you through the personal readings, and it's just been a complete joy. So thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic week. Now it makes sense, right? Bye.